You guys ever seen that Wonder Woman 1984? And they get in those horrible 80s clothes, and then she takes them around, shows them, and they're playing they have the opera music playing in the background with the lady singing opera, or whatever they're singing, classical music. I don't know. It's not really that important. Imagine, that being feasible and taking Muhammad and Abraham and Moses and Jesus around of what we've done in Washington, D.C., and the commands were to live the Lord's Prayer and save the ecosystem and save one another from genocide stuff. You think they'd be as excited as Steve, as Chris Pine's character? Yeah. Or you think they'd, like you remember the book Daniel, when Gabriel tells them about what's going to happen because we're not living the Lord's Prayer? And Daniel's the strongest man in the history of the Babylonian Empire. And he went to the lion's den and did all these wonderful, brave things to protect people from crazy, Siegfried and Roy wacko blue people shows in Las Vegas. And it all for naught. And he's crying on the ground, like in the fetal position. And Gabe's telling him, fear not, we're going to do this, In the modern era, when science, comes in, science is going to have to correct itself and live the Gospels, right? But imagine someone as beautiful as Daniel, doing that to him. Because that's what Daniel sees when Gabe talks to him, is that kind of movie and that kind of, George Orwell and Isaac Asimov and all the things that you guys, I'm afraid of this. It's like you're afraid you're being tracked by a satellite and a phone because you're paying people money to live here and destroying your life and your ecosystem through insanity. And there's mayhem and popcorn, but skinny pop. Popcorn doesn't count, right? And you got all these stupid, crazy people all over the TV set. And when are you going to love like Jesus? Because that's your only option. David Rockefeller set up cameras in every room. And you can all say, I want to live the Lord's Prayer. But when technology takes over, like Jeffrey Hinton's talking about on 60 Minutes, right? And it takes over to give us the Lord's Prayer because we need it to save children from building robots, building concrete houses and landing pads on the moon from wackadoodles, right? When it takes over and everybody sits down, did you believe in the Lord and want to live the Lord's Prayer? You're not going to be able to say, yeah, I was on Facebook and YouTube and on the TV on the Allstate commercial saying, we don't need money for insurance, we need the Lord's Prayer. Is that Desmond Howard in a gecko suit doing breakdancing? It's just a move. Just bust a move, okay? So guys, all on that day when that, Cinnamon, I ran to the rock, said, hide me, rock. You run to the devil, and the devil, he was waiting. I tell people about how David Rockefeller wanted to play the devil's advocate, and you guys all went to him, and he was waiting. And he trapped you in hell. And you use science to collect all the evidence and act like the Gospels were a comic book. 1984, you're a Wonder Woman.